Hello students. Today we are going to discuss MySQL aggregate functions. Till now you have learned to work with functions that operate on individual rows in a table. MySQL also supports and provides group functions or aggregate functions. As these functions work upon groups of rows rather than a single row, they are also called multiple row functions. So, aggregate functions operate on a set of rows and return a single value. Many group functions take the following options. 1. Distinct. This option causes a group function to consider only distinct values of the argument expression. Second, all. This option causes a group function to consider all values including all duplicates. So, you don't have to mention all because it is the default option. Today we are going to discuss 5 aggregate functions. First, max, second, min, third, average, fourth, sum, and 5, count function. Now one by one all the functions we will discuss. Max function and min function. Max function returns the maximum value from a given column or expression. Its syntax: max within bracket distinct or all expression. Similarly, min function returns the minimum value from a given column or expression. Its syntax: min within bracket distinct or all expression. Max and min function both ignore null values. If you use distinct keyword, it has no effect on the output. Here one more thing I want to tell you. If you want to find the maximum among several expressions for each row, suppose, we cannot use the aggregate function like max. Here we need one non-aggregate function like greatest. Similarly, in place of min function, we can use one non-aggregate function least. We will see in the output. Here I have taken one table. Employee. Select star from employees. In this table, employee ID is the number field, name text field, DOB date of birth date field, salary it is also number field, decimal I have taken. Next, on salary field I will show you max and min function. See the output, we are getting 82,000. Next, with distinct also you can check, value will be same. See the output, here also we are getting 82,000. Now min function. In place of max, we are taking here min salary will return 22,000. And next, with distinct you can check here also we are getting the same 22,000. Now let's check from the table. In the salary field, maximum value it is given 82,000 and minimum value it is given 22,000. So as per that we got the output. Next we will see the effect of this max and min function on the other field. Suppose DOB, maximum DOB, if you want to find out, we are getting the date of 2002, and similarly with min function if we try, we are getting 1982. So from the table if we check that max DOB returns the latest date, that is 3rd January 2002, and min DOB returns the earliest date, that is 1982's date, 22 May 1982. So with other field also we can check, like next we will check with name field. Max name. Max name returns Tapan, and min name also we can check, it will return Rachna. Now from the table if we check the name field, in the name field all the names are given. If we arrange all these names in ascending order, Rachna will come first, so we are getting Rachna in the minimum output. Similarly, Tapan will come if we arrange all the names alphabetically in ascending order. Tapan will come last, so Tapan will come in the output of maximum name. Next, we can try whether with the help of max and min function we can get the maximum number or minimum number of from the three numbers or not. Bracket, suppose three numbers I have taken 12, 5, 67. Can we get the maximum number among the three numbers like this? We are getting error. In these case we are supposed to use greatest function. Max function is the aggregate function, with that we can't get. So here we are supposed to use greatest. With the greatest function we can find out the answer. It is non-aggregate function. Similarly, with min function also we cannot get the minimum number among the three numbers. Check, we are getting the error. Here we are supposed to use least. See, with the help of greatest and least function, we can find out the maximum number and the minimum number among the 3 or more numbers like this. These two are non-aggregate function. Max function and min function can't help us in these cases. It takes single argument. Here we have taken one more table. Select star from student. So in this table you can see 3 records are there. Of these 3 students, 3 marks are recorded here. First, class test 1 marks. For class test 2, how much she got, and for class test 3, what is the marks given here, it is recorded. And last, the marks for final exam, that is also given. So in this table, if I tell you to find out in which class test Anindita got the highest marks, can we use max function here? No. In this case, we have to use this greatest. Select name, comma, greatest. Within bracket, this is the non-aggregate function. CT2, comma, CT3. Among these class tests, which is the maximum marks she got. If I want to see, press enter. And similarly, if I want to get the least class test marks, then we will use least function. So you can check from the table that for Anindita 19 is the maximum marks, 12 is the minimum marks. See the table for Anindita 19 she got, that is the maximum marks among the 3 class tests. Similarly 12 is the minimum marks she got in the class tests. Similarly, if you want to see for Sunita 10 and 7, for Tanu 20 and 17. Here from the table you can check those also. So that's all about your max and min function. Hope it is clear. Let's go back to our presentation. Next slide, that is sum and average function. Sum function returns the sum of values in a given column or expression. Its syntax: sum within bracket distinct all expression. Similarly, average function computes the average of given data. Its syntax: AVG within bracket distinct or all expression. Here sum and average both function argument type numeric and both returns numeric values. Let's see the output. On the salary field we can see sum, salary, from employees. That is 2,97,000 we are getting. Here once more, let's take the table. That will help us to check easily. This is the table. We got the sum of salary, that is 2,97,000. How it is coming? For all non-null values, if we take the summation, we get the value 2,97,000. Now let's check the average also. AVG. Press enter. We are getting this value. So here you can see that one value is given null. So if we want to check total salary, we got 2,97,000. If we divide it, here total 8 records are there, but one value for salary given null. So total value, if we divide by 7, we are getting this average value. Let's check. Select, that is 2,97,000 divided by 7. We are getting same, right? So next, what I want to tell you here, if you use distinct, what is the effect of it? Let's see. Here some distinct salary will give us the output 2,13,000, and similarly average we check like this, it gives us, that is 42600 in the output. What happened? Let's check it from the table. In the table, if you see in the salary column, two values are repeated, 29,000 coming twice and 55,000 coming twice. So how many distinct values are present in the table? That is 25,000, then 82,000, then 22,000, then 29,000 and 55,000. Total 5 distinct values are present in the table. So if we divide this 2,13,000 divided by 5, we are getting this 42600. Let's check once more. Select 213,000/5. It will give us 42600, right? So that is your sum function and average function. Here one thing I just want to tell you, this sum and average, these are the aggregate function. So here also, suppose 3 numbers sum. If I want to do like this, sum within bracket 3 numbers 12, 13, 14. Can I do it like that? No, because the sum function is aggregate function. It takes a single value, a single expression. Here we have to use the plus operator. Like this, if you want to do 3 numbers sum, you have to do it like this. 12 plus 13 plus 14, and its average if you want to get. Then three numbers as you have taken, you can do it like this. First put them within the bracket and then divide it by 3. It will give you the average. Let's check on the same student table. Once more we can check the student table. Select star from student. So here if I tell you for all the 3 records, just find out the total class test marks for all the 3 students. What you do? Here you have to do name, who got you need to see, then CT1 plus CT2 plus CT3. See, Anindita got 12 plus 19 plus 15, total class tests marks, that is 46. Similarly, Sunita 10 plus 7 plus 9, that is 26, and Tanu 18 plus 17 plus 20, that is 55. And if you want to get the average, then you have to do it like this. Just put them within the bracket and what you have to do, divide it by 3. See, Anindita's average class test marks, if you want to see, you have to do it like this. That is 3 class test marks you have to add and then divide it by 3. So this 46, it was the total marks in the class test for Anindita, that divided by 3, it is giving you that 15.3333. Similarly, for the rest 2 records you can get. Let's go back to our presentation. Next function, that is count function. It counts the number of rows in a given column or expression. Its syntax: count within bracket, star or distinct or all expression. Here, if you specify argument expression, this function returns rows where expression is not null. You can count either all rows or only distinct values of expression. Next point, if you specify the asterisk or star, this function returns all rows including duplicates and nulls. Let's see the execution. Once more, let's take the table better. Select star from employees. First, select count star. If we want to see the output, check. It returns total how many records are present in the table, that is 8. Check from the table, total 8 records are there in the table. Now on salary field, we will use this count function. Count salary from employees. See, 7. because within the salary field one null value is there. So rest non-null values are 7. You have already seen. So we are getting 7 in the output. Now count distinct salary. If you do, you are getting 5. Once more, check the table. Here you have already seen 2 times 29,000 is present and 2 times 55,000 present. So here distinct values are 5. So we are getting 5. You can check on the name field also. So if you want to see count name, here total how many names are there? Total 8 names are there. So you are getting 8. And with distinct name you will get the output 6. Why 6? Because from the table you can check 2 names are repeated. Rajesh comes twice. One Rajesh, second Rajesh. And Shruti also coming twice. One Shruti, second Shruti. So distinct values if you count, that is coming 6. So in the output also you are getting 6. Let's go back. So that's all about your aggregate functions. In the summary, we can say first, each aggregate function operates on a set of rows. We have seen it has a single expression argument. It evaluates EXPR for each row of the set and return a single value for the set of rows. Since it aggregates a set of rows to a single value, it is called aggregate function. Next, 5 aggregate functions we have already discussed. First, max returns the maximum value from a given column or expression. Next, min, it returns the minimum value from a given column or expression. Next, AVG function, it computes the average of given data. Next, sum, it returns the sum of values in a given column or expression. Next, count, it counts the number of rows in a given column or expression. That's all for today. Thank you.